Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I thought it'd be fun to do a get ready with me today. I have several items that I have been trying out. I want you guys to give me your opinion. What do you think of these products? Have you tried these products before? And it's always just so much fun to sit down and do makeup with you guys. Even though you guys, like, I film it, I edit it, and you guys watch it later, I always feel like I'm sitting down with a friend doing my makeup. Weird as that sounds. Going a little out of my comfort zone with the tea I'm trying today. So a friend got this for me and it sounds so delicious. I haven't even taken a sip yet. So this is from Serenity from Estes Park, Colorado. And this is the Patisserie Apple Almond Tea. And the reason why it's kind of out of my wheelhouse is this is an herbal tea. And it also has hibiscus in it, which isn't always my favorite, but it smells wonderful. And usually when they pair hibiscus with apple, it's usually a good thing. When I like hibiscus, it's with apple. So this was a good choice, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's taste it. Yeah, the apple sweetens the hibiscus, so it's not so tart. That is good. Thank you so much. This is delicious. Let's get going right away with some products. So I have already put on my SPF. I'm wearing the one from Neogen Dermalogy today. And I put it on like 40 minutes ago, so I should have had a very sufficient amount of time to sink into my skin before putting on makeup. So now I'm gonna go in with this primer. This was sent to me in PR. So Youthforia, they're a relatively new brand. They're like a clean beauty brand. Their whole thing is about makeup that's essentially skincare, makeup that's very good for your skin, and you can buy them on their website and at Credo, I believe. And this is their primer. This is called the Pregame Protective Primer, and I thought the way they described it was so interesting. They describe it as the last step of your skincare routine after SPF to seal in your skincare as a form of daytime slugging and protect your skin from irritating ingredients in makeup, wear alone or underneath makeup. So I had to look up slugging. I feel like I have heard of slugging before, but I've never tried it myself. And it was exactly what I imagined it would be. First of all, look, it is kind of thick, but not super, super thick. I'm gonna squish it around in my fingers and then apply it. So slugging, you essentially use Vaseline at night as your last skincare step to seal in all of your skincare. I've never done that because I do not have dry skin. I have never felt the need to do such a thing, but I feel like this primer sounds like a wonderful thing to use in the wintertime on those days where like you don't want to go outside because it's really cold and it's really windy. And liable to chop your face, but then you find out there's a sledding party, your kid is invited, you don't want your kid to miss, so you have to bring your kid to the sledding party, and you're like, oh my gosh, my face, it's gonna get windburned, and then you're like, no, wait a second, I have this stuff. That's what I imagine using this product for. So it's actually not super slimy or anything. When I think of slugging, I think of something really like Vaseline-y type, and this is not that way. And it's also not glowy, which I appreciate. I tend to wear a lot of glowy products, so it's helpful to have a product that isn't glowy. But it does feel very moisturizing. Oh, interestingly, it's made in Korea. For some reason, whenever I see products made in Korea, I instantly think they're better. I don't know why. Anyway, moving on from the primer. Today, I think I'm going to use my concealer first and then go in with foundation. So I'm going to use my Kosas concealer, which is the concealer I'm trying to pan now. I have the shade 2.5 C, which I don't usually buy C as in cool toned products, but the Kosas concealers do run quite warm. I try and conceal a little bit before going in with foundation. Oops, I forgot to wet a sponge. I'll be right back. Anyway, I think I have stated before that I really like this concealer, but only when applied with a sponge. I don't really like it used with a brush. But with a sponge, I think it has a gorgeous finish. There, a little bit of concealing done. Now let's do some foundation. So I'm going to use, again, a Project Pan foundation. This one from Tower 28. This is the SunnyDays tinted sunscreen. I use the shade number 10. And it has a nice little squeezy end on it, but a squeezy end, you guys know what I mean. But it always makes me like, I don't know how much to use. Like I never know. Anyway, I feel like I got too much. But that's right. If that's the case, I'll just bring it down my neck. This Tower 28 foundation is more glowy than I remember. But also, I tend to wear it over my glowy SPFs, which makes it even more glowy. We'll see how it goes today. Anyway, back to the subject of slugging. Have any of you tried that? Like, does it really, really help in the winter with dry skin? I feel like my pillows would just get covered in Vaseline. Like, maybe if you sleep on your back, it would be a good thing. But otherwise, it just seems like so messy. But maybe I just have the wrong idea. If you do slugging, let me know how it works. Yeah, I got too much. I'm just gonna bring it down my neck a little. All right, foundation is on. It's pretty glowy, and I'm always more glowy on camera than I am in real person, but in person today, I am glowy. It's very, very glowy. Let's see, let's real quick do brows. I'm just gonna use my Glossier Boy Brow. I have the shade the shade brown. I don't want to go too overboard with my makeup today because I have my cello lesson after this, and I don't wanna like, I don't know, show up to my cello lesson completely made up for like a night out or whatever. So I'm gonna try and keep not like I ever have a night out, but yeah, just don't want to go too overboard. So that was exactly what I was looking for. Okay, I have a super weird product. This is a blush oil from Youthforia, and you can see it is clear, but it is pH changing. So the second it gets on your skin, it turns pink. And as with most products that are pH changing, it is a bright pink. And this is not my first time using this. I learned quickly that this is very pigmented. Oh, I realized I should probably do bronzer first. Shoot. Okay, we'll come back to this very interesting product. I'm gonna quick throw on a little bit of bronzer. Woo! Oh goodness, it's safe. It didn't break. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is the shade Honey Drip, and this has a nice soft matte finish, which is, I think, good. I need some matte products today after all of the very glowy stuff I'm wearing. I'm gonna use the Ultimate Blending Brush from e.l.f. It's larger than the brush that they, like the putty brush that they send, or the one that they say to use with this, but I kind of like the way this one blends it. This product is very sheer and therefore right up my alley. I do not like the look of too much bronzer, and I feel like I can really dig my brush in there and still not get too much, so that is good. Oh my goodness, it blended out beautifully. Just gonna take my sponge a little bit around the edges to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Okay, so now to this very interesting product from Youthforia. As I was saying, it's very pigmented. So I'm just gonna use one dot on each cheek because I do not want bright pink clown cheeks today. See, it's already changing to a very cool pink color. Being an oil, it blends out beautifully. I was worried it might do the whole leaving a fingerprint thing. So far, in my experience, it has not done that. It seems to be a really nice formula, to be honest. And this color of pink, while at first terrifying, I think it's a very brightening, pretty shade. A lot of people can wear this color of pink, even though at first it's scary. I think it's a very youthful color. But yeah, one dot on each cheek I think was sufficient. Do I need more glow? No, but am I gonna add some more? Yes. I really want to use this from Flower Beauty, the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze in the shade Stunner. Yeah, I already look like I'm wearing highlighter. It's gonna add a little bit more. It's interesting, you can keep it very, very subtle and natural with this highlighter, but you can also build it up a little bit to make it more shiny than you'd think. But no matter how much you build it up, it still just looks like glowy skincare. It's beautiful. There, excessive glow established. And I do think I'm gonna powder a little. I wasn't planning on it, but I think I need to. I'm going to use the number 7. This is a very long name. Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light. So I've been using mine, I feel like several times a week for over a year, and I still have so much powder left. Like there's a dip going, but it's a very slight dip. So it just boggles my mind how people can go through powder so quickly. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep it kind of in the center of my face there. Like look what that instantly did. Yeah, that was needed. Let's do lips before I do my eyes. I'm just gonna wipe off my lip balm. I'm gonna start with the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Truffle. If you're getting ready along with me, make sure and let me know down in the comments what products you're using. Okay, so now the question is which lip gloss. So I have a couple I want to use. Oops, knocked one over. One is from Youthforia. This is the shade 3 AM, which is a really pretty, cool, purpley color. I thought it'd be really pretty today. So it's either that one or this one from Almay. And this is the Goddess Gloss. And I have the shade Mystic, and this is a super pretty, cool toned, really fun, sparkly gloss. Like, oh, isn't that fun? I think I'm gonna go the fun route. I think I'm gonna wear the Almay one today. You know how I said I didn't want to get too made up? Oh well, that's okay. sparkly lips for now, although I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I don't know if I'm gonna go to my cello lesson with such sparkly lips. All right, and for my eyes, I think I'm gonna use the Lorac Meraki palette. This is new to my collection and I have been enjoying it immensely. So this is one of those pro palettes where all of the shades pop out either magnetically or you can open up the back like this and there's the holes in the back. You can poke the shadows out. So I have not rearranged them. They do encourage that with this palette. I thought that was really cool to rearrange it to your liking. And I believe this Meraki palette, these are all favorite shades from past palettes put together in one palette. And the shade names come on a little slip like this, which is not my favorite, but you know, it is what it is. Today, I think I'm gonna go cool toned over here. I think I'm gonna start with this shade, which, oh boy, what shade is that? Dusty Plum. Any of you guys that have the OG palettes, let me know. Do you recognize? Oh, I almost forgot to put on primer. Crisis averted. I am one of those people. I have to wear eyeshadow primer or it pretty much creases right away, fades off. I'm actually using the one from Lorac. This is the only one I have right now. The more I have the sparkly lips on, the more I like them. Maybe I will leave it. Back to actually applying the eyeshadow. So I have noticed that par for the course with other Lorac shadows I have tried, the mattes are very dusty, which I don't mind as long as the eyeshadow is blendy, and these are very blendy. Oops, I wanted a bigger brush. And since I am trying to keep it not too intense today, I'll try and really blend that out. Since I'm considering keeping the sparkly lips, maybe I should just wear matte eyes, huh? Anyone else struggle with applying eyeshadow on one eye versus the other? I always find my left eye, the shape of it is just different enough from my right eye that for some reason I tend to get more messy with this eye. And I think I'm gonna keep it very simple. I'm gonna go into this cream shade up here, which interestingly enough is named Cream. I'm gonna pat that over the inner half of my eye. All right, not very exciting, but definitely more low-key like I'm after today. So I think I'm gonna quick tightline. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild pencil that I talk about all the time. This is the, oh no, it's right, it's starting to wear off. I can't see what it is. The Kohl? Anyway, the shade Simma Brown now. Okay, tightlining is done. Now I think I'm gonna take a nude pencil and put this on my waterline for the brightening effect. The one I am using is the cream gel liner from Colourpop in the shade Honeydude. If you haven't tried these cream gel liners from Colourpop, they come in a lot of different colors. They're very creamy. The only thing is they're very breakable. They're so creamy that it's very easy to break off. So I try to roll mine up just the tiniest bit when using it. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with my Caliray mascara. This is still a favorite. It's very excellent. If you haven't seen the wand, it looks like a general wand, very normal wand. So I really don't know what makes it special, like how they did it, but it grabs all my lashes, but at the same time makes it the most beautiful, wispy, false lash look. This is also a tubing mascara, so it takes warm to hot water to get it off. And this one is a little bit more intense, I would say. I would think you could go swimming with this mascara on. It does not come off very well. I think the only time you couldn't wear it swimming is if you were swimming in warm water. Then your mascara would come off. I decided to go with this one over the Tower 28 today just because my base feels so creamy with that primer underneath of it that I feel like even though the Tower 28 one isn't a super smudgy mascara, I feel like it would be more likely to smudge with all of the creaminess under my eyes I have going on today. And yes, I did already smudge it on my lid. I'll get that off in a minute. It's beautiful. All right, lower lashes. Even though the full size of this is more expensive, the mini, which for me lasts at least 6 months, mini mascaras usually do. This one, I've had it for a couple months now, still going strong. I like being able to buy mascaras in minis because after 6 months, I feel uncomfortable using a mascara anyway. All right, I'm gonna allow my mascara to dry, clean off the smudges, do something with my hair, and I'll be right back. All right, here I am, all finished, ready for the day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And remember, if you are also getting ready with me, let us know the products you were using down below and what you thought of them. Every time I turn my head, I see that highlight and I'm just like, oh, it's beautiful. The sparkly lips have definitely grown on me. I feel like I have been getting all sorts of looks from the Meraki palette. I've been mostly doing fairly dramatic looks with it, using the shimmers and things, but just using some mattes today to create a very basic everyday eye look. I'm also happy with how that has turned out. And in general, I'm just happy with how everything looks. So I'm happy with the products. Also, remember, if you are a person who does slugging, please let us know your method for keeping your pillows and sheets clean down below. Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.